For this lecture, we are talking about how do you count the rhythms, and specifically, how do you count the rhythms with rests. So up here in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, I have a quick reference guide for how many beats each type of note gets. Okay, how many beats each type of note gets, or rest gets. And I'm going to go ahead, and this information should be memorized inside your brain by the time that you are done with all of this. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and write out on top how many beats each type of note gets. So right above this one, I'm going to put 1 because I see this quarter note here, and I look in the upper right hand, and that's a quarter note there. All right, this one, where do I find that one? It is right there with the quarter rest, and I see that that gets 1 beat as well. And that's another quarter rest, quarter note. Oh, all of those get 1 beat. This quarter rest gets 1 beat. And then finally, let's see, this one is different. That is a half note. The half note gets 2 beats. And the quarter rest gets 1 beat right there. Okay, so these beats happen in a repeating pattern of 4, and we know that it's 4 based off of this 4/4 symbol right there. Okay, that 4/4 tells us there's a repeating pattern of 4 beats, and it is notated with a quarter note getting the beat. Okay, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want to know, within that repeating pattern, where do each one of these notes and rests happen. So I'm going to write it out underneath. This one gets beat 1. This one gets beat 2. This one gets beat 3. This one gets beat 4. Nice. Each one, that makes sense because each one got 1 beat and we have 4 beats per measure. That's what it means. Okay, let's take a look at this next measure. This one gets beat 1. This one gets beats 2 and 3. That's 2 beats long. And this one then gets beat 4. Now when I'm writing all this out, I don't want to get confused between which note is which and which rest is which. So the way to do that is, if I'm writing it, I circle my rests, and then anything that is longer than 1 beat goes inside of parentheses. So when I write it out, it's going to look like this on my answer sheet. We have 1, and then instead of, because I can't circle it using the keyboard, then I put it inside of those different type of brackets, the greater than and less than symbol. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now when I have a new measure, I differentiate it by creating that bar line symbol, and it is actually, to create that symbol right there, you press Shift plus the /. But that button, or that symbol right there, that's that /, and you press Shift plus that, and that creates a vertical line. It is right above the enter sign. All right, and let's take a look at that next measure. All right, we have a rest. So there is beat 1, and then beats 2 and 3 are inside of parentheses to go with the half note, and then our brackets around that 4. And it sounds like something like this: 1, sh, sh, 4, sh, 2, sh. Okay, and I start each note with the beat that it starts with. All right, so let's take a look at a few more of these examples. So number 2, I take a look at this note right there, and that one gets 4 beats. Whole rest gets 4 beats. Half note gets 2 beats. Half rest gets 2 beats. So now underneath each one, you write out into parentheses if it gets more than 1 beat. This is beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now for this next one, it's also 4 beats, and they're all together: 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 1, 2 beats here, and beats 3 and 4 here. Every new measure, we start with beat 1. Every measure has that repeating pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need to put it into writing. Now remember, you need to make sure that you know the difference between the half rest and the whole rest. counting rhythms. Don't forget, be better than you were yesterday.